let's talk a bit about where it came from. Do you know where crypto came from and how it relates to a blockchain? What you have is you have lots of different blockchains. So every single cryptocurrency has its own blockchain. Yes, bingo. So where did it come from? Well, it took them 30 years to make Bitcoin. So we go all the way back to 1970s, early 80s, and we have cryptographers who put the building blocks in place that we now rely on. So there was the invention of a thing that's called a Merkle Tree, and that takes a huge amount of data, so lots of transactions, for instance, and it rolls them up into a single hashed string, a long string of letters and numbers. And that doesn't take up much space. So you can store it with lots of others, and you can go back and see the detail of the transactions, the information that's been rolled up. It's very, very clever. So from that single string, you can go and verify the things that are inside that string. It's really cool. And we have wallets and vaults that were invented at the time as well to protect assets. But what we got was people deciding that they wanted to have a peer-to-peer network of electronic cash. They wanted a way to make payments to each other without involving a bank. And so all the way through this 30-year period, we get things like PayPal came out of that. Because those are, if you think about it, with PayPal, you don't go through the bank, do you? But you've got to put the money in from the bank, and you've got to take the money out to the bank. So the bank's still involved. But eventually, what we get in 2008 is finally we get an idea of how this could work. And what we've done is we've taken all the knowledge and the experimentation over 30 years, and we get transactions that are made between people, are validated by the network. So they check that all the bells and whistles are right, and that there's some money there and it's going to a valid place, and that you haven't tried to put it through 3 times so that everybody can go to the pub together, because you've spent multiple times. And those transactions, when they're valid, they go into that list and they're rolled up into a Merkle Tree root, into a string. And then that goes into a block. And the block's also got a timestamp, and it's got a reference to the previous block. So what you literally get is a chain of blocks of transactions, and that is a blockchain. So you're able to follow and look and see what's in a block. And if you went and tried to change something, you'd have to change every other block that it was connected to. And that's why it's very, very secure. So that's the beauty of Bitcoin. It was just the most incredible innovation. And it caught on. People thought, well, this could actually be something. And it's taken a while. There's been a lot of innovation around it. And we get other coins coming up, particularly Ethereum came out in 2015. And that gave people the chance to put software on top of a blockchain for the first time. And from there, we've just had this amazing journey through to what we have now. And I'll tell you more about what we have now a little bit later on.